Welcome in, everybody. It is October 24th, 2025. It is bodyslam.net's new and fresh podcast, episode 6 of Tour of Japan, only on bodyslam.net's YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, all of those. We are live right now, as we are every Friday from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My name is Bax Dindenberg. I am joined, as always, by Blackhawk. This is probably our most jam-packed episode of Tour of Japan. If you're new to this podcast, we break down, talk all things Japanese pro wrestling, which includes Stardom, New Japan, Noah, and Marigold. And with this podcast today, we have newsworthy topics for every single company, which is a rarity. We usually have these companies kind of in and out of loops. So sometimes two companies are going on at the same time. Sometimes it's like one. So it's nice that we have some news topics. So on this show today, we're going to break down Wrestle Odyssey from Noah. We're going to break down some reports, some rumors. Shinsuke Nakamura, will he actually get the opportunity to wrestle Hiroshi Tanahashi at the Wrestle Kingdom at the Tokyo Dome in Tanahashi's final match? Stardom and CMLL announced their partnership this week. We're going to break down what could be potentially going on there. And this weekend is Marigold Grand Destiny, which includes Io Sky versus Mayu Iwatani. So we have topics, tons to talk about. Blackhawk, how you doing on this Friday evening?
I'm doing great. We're coming off a strong wrestling weekend again, going into another strong wrestling weekend. With a lot of news from this week, a lot of things to talk about. So I'm excited for this episode. I think we're going to have a good one here.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. I see everyone once again. Thanks for commenting. Randy's on Facebook. Mr. Bennett, as always, is on YouTube. We got tons. If you're currently joining us on any platform, please comment away. If you've been following the podcast, we respond to every single comment, answer your questions. If you have any particular comments. So me and Moxley usually get into it about House of Torture, kind of a staple for Tour of Japan. So if you have your thoughts on any of the companies or just pro wrestling in general, we're here to answer them. So I'll be following the comment section throughout the show to make sure we are caught up. If you're currently watching us on Twitter, repost your video and share with all your Japanese wrestling friends or just pro wrestling fans in general. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button as well, on Twitch as well, and Facebook. Please hit that like button. Really help support the channel and our video so we get out there to more people. And subscribe, follow Body Slam across all platforms. I'll promote more Body Slam stuff towards the end of this podcast, but I'll leave the YouTube ticker down there so you can subscribe to Body Slam's YouTube channel. So Blackhawk, we have so much to get into. We're going to end the show going through all of the big news topics. So let's talk about Noah's Wrestle, their big show.
Wrestle Odyssey.
Odyssey. I literally just said it, and then I said Dynasty. Sorry about that, guys. So Wrestle Odyssey. Blackhawk, you're Mr. Noah. I'm going to let you bring us home here at this topic here.
Yeah, Wrestle Odyssey 2 weeks ago. It was the same weekend as King of Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
Hiroshi Tanahashi, shout out to him, wrestled on both shows.
And Hiromi too.
Yeah, big keynote there is he was on both shows. Noah does a really good job with these bigger shows of not having kind of throwaway matches.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these feel like they have some sort of importance to them, which is really good. We're going to start it out with the first one. Junta Miyawaki defeated Kai Fujimura. Really good match. Really two young guys I think Noah's going to start leaning on pretty heavy very soon. Both of them are in the junior division. So we will be seeing both of them in the tournament coming up pretty soon at the beginning of November, which we will talk about next week. But just a quick highlight for that tournament. They will be facing off again in the tournament for the first round. And this match ended in a pretty heated argument between the two of them. So they are at each other's throats. And I think this is really good for just the junior division and Noah as a whole. Really, really good match. A lot to look forward to with them. Then we go into All Rebellion, defeated Rattel. This is the only one that was kind of a throwaway match. Not really too much to talk about there. Pretty decent tag match. Then we get Charlie Dempsey and Harlem Lewis defeating Jack Morris and Ulka Sasakai. I've been talking about Harlem Lewis and not knowing who he was. He did a really good job. Like, he showed out, and I was like, okay, I understand why they sent him down to Noah. Real big guy, played into that really well.
Yep.
Charlie Dempsey's fantastic as always. But yeah, Harlem was the one I was really paying attention to because he was the only one I didn't really know. And he did a really good job. I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out of this Noah run. So they will also be joined by 2 more NXT superstars and Hank and Tank this week. Who will be wrestling? Who were they facing? Oh, they're facing Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf. So that'll be big competition for them. I think they're the best tag team in NXT right now. So I think they have the most potential out of everybody on that NXT roster as a team, as far as a team goes. I'm very interested to see how they stack up against Alpha Wolf and Dragon Bane.
Yeah, just to add on, it's interesting because, it makes sense. Harlem and Charlie, they're not really in a major storyline or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was shocked they were sending Hank and Tank back to Noah because they just lost the NXT tag titles. They were in that big, beating Fraxian. I just didn't think, it's an interesting dynamic. We'll talk about, obviously, they're not afraid of putting their top people in Marigold. But it feels like in NXT, it makes sense for people needing to get reps maybe or learning different styles. So I think it is fascinating because you think Charlie Dempsey would fit even though he's a British pro wrestler, his style is very technical, which fits Japanese pro wrestling a lot.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. Hank and Tank, they're very much American pro wrestlers. So putting them in this environment, I think is an interesting thing. And we'll see if they can adapt well in that environment.
I think they'll do fine.
Yeah.
There's just something about them when I watch them that I want to root for them. I like them. It's 2 big boys. Yeah, they're easy to root for. Extremely energetic, 2 big boys. What's not to love about them? But I think their biggest test is in their career right now is about to be Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf, because those 2 guys can go, and they can go fast, and they can go hard. And we'll talk about them a little bit with the tag team match they had, but they are incredibly impressive. And so I'm excited to see what Hank and Tank can do against them, because I'm also very high on Hank and Tank as far as the WWE side goes.
Yeah. So let's continue on.
All right. So we would then get Takeshi Sugiura with Shun Skywalker of Dragon Gate. He is a member of Team 2000X. Defeated Tetsuya Endo and Hayata, both former members of Team 2000X. Shun Skywalker is the first time I've ever watched him wrestle. Incredible. Very, very, very talented wrestler. Very, very creepy wrestler as well. I don't know if you've seen him, Max. He wears a full black bodysuit.
Oh my God.
Head to toe. And then he's got his mask on, and it just shows his mouth, and he's got his mouth like painted white, and his like lips are red.
Okay.
And the whole match, all you can hear is going. He's just like very, very vocal. And it's very.
Is it for you?
Very weird.
The style is it for you?
The style is great.
Yeah.
The noises he was making was off-putting.
There you go.
I think he's an incredible wrestler. Got a great look, but it's like every second of this match he was making a noise, and it was a little annoying to me. But I can overlook that for the talent. But he does come from Dragon Gate. He's not a permanent member of the roster, but he is a current member of Team 2000X, which looks like they are expanding into other brands and other promotions, which will be interesting to follow. The big point of this match was Ozawa earlier in the week said that he was turning a new leaf. He wasn't going to be evil anymore, as he put it. But he was out there with Shun and Segura, and they tried to steal his crutches because he's in a walking boot and attack. I think it was Hayata. I think they tried to attack Hayata, and Ozawa tried to stop him. And so I don't know what they're building there because it's going to be a while before Ozawa actually steps back into a ring. And having him turn on the team while he's injured is a little odd.
Sure.
But I feel like this is more of like a prank. Ozawa's kind of been a goofy, not like goofy heel, but a very funny, serious heel. He's been known to do goofy stuff like that. So I'm not completely sold that he's turned a new leaf. But it was an interesting dynamic with the rest of Team 2000X trying to cheat and Ozawa trying to stop them. Then we go into Daga and Daki Odashima versus Dragon Bane and Alpha Wolf. Now this, in my opinion, was the best match of the night.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Daki Odashima, rookie. Like, this is his first year wrestling. I've been watching him for a while now. I think he has a match on just about every card. Incredibly fun to watch. Real small guy, but he is chiseled like a rock. And he carries himself in a way that makes you want to believe in him, even though he challenges heavyweights constantly.
Yeah.
And he's just not, he just doesn't have it. But Daga picked him up and said, let's challenge for the tag titles, and they ended up winning. So this is Daki Odashima's first championship as he trained in the Noah dojo. This is his first year as a wrestler. So big win for him. The crowd was 100% on his side, regardless of what was going on. Every time he stepped in that ring, they were going nuts for him, which I can't blame him. Watching him makes me feel like I can do like the tough stuff in life. So that's like
inspirational for wrestling.
Yeah, dude, he's super inspirational because he's like 5'4", I think. He's like 5'4". He's like standing up to like Dragon Bane, who's like 6'1", 6'2", I think, and like 260. Like, and he's just nose to nose with him, just like, come on.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed Daga in Mexico a lot over the last, I would say pre-pandemic I watched him, so I haven't watched him in years, but seeing him back in wrestling Japan, he's a guy who can wrestle any kind of style anyway.
Yep. Yeah, Daga's great. He right now is on a break. I believe it's something to do with visas, getting visas straightened out. But he will be coming back. They don't have any tag title defenses coming up soon, but Daki is in the junior tournament that's coming up. And he challenged I can see his face. What's his name? Hiromu Takahashi.
Hey.
He just straight up challenged him for the first round. So they set that up. That's going to be very interesting.
Wait, before
I'm a big fan of.
Really quick, just want to say, Jesse, I see your comment. We're gonna break down Tanahashi.
Yes.
AEW, WWE New Japan stuff right after we're done breaking down Noah. So again, we're not gonna forgetting your comment. We're gonna go right back to it. Just want to bring you up and say, if you guys have comments, even if it's about other topics, we will get to them. We're just gonna take it topic by topic. So Blackhawk, keep going. Sorry, just want to say
that. But very interested in what happens with this. I don't believe he's going very far in the tournament. Love him to death, but he's challenging the current champion. Yeah, he's the first round against the champion. That's a tough. Well, he drew it himself. He walked out there and said, "I want this," and they gave it to him.
Yeah, which
strategically not great, but if you've been watching him over the course of this year, that's exactly what he should have done in character, because he's just been challenging anybody who walks in left or right. He wants to be the top guy, and he's fighting his way to the top, which is amazing to watch. Then we get into Kazuyuki Fujita versus Minoru Suzuki. Ended in a double countout. Not a ton there with this one.
Jeez.
Unk Fest,
That's a
slugging
wrong
it
way to
out.
put it.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun to watch, but there wasn't really anything on the line. Suzuki is the Uptown champion and the DDT national champion, I believe.
Okay.
Didn't put either of those belts on the line. Fujita, though, I don't know if you know this, is the man who broke Mark Kerr's winning streak in Pride.
How about that?
I did not know that until I was looking more into it because they were talking about during the match. They broke down the history of both of them because both of them have a long MMA history, and how this is the first time they've ever fought each other.
So that was
They're
in
both
the
in their
movie?
like late 50s. I don't remember if he was in the movie.
Because I don't want to give like a spoiler, but let's say something happens with Mark Kerr, the last fight in that movie. Do you think
it wasn't that fight?
Okay.
It was the one where it was his first official loss.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it must have been in the movie then.
Yeah, I would assume he was in the movie. I don't think they named him though.
I'll look it
I
up.
don't remember him being named. Yeah, I'll be something to watch back on now that I know this. But yeah, so they both have long tenures as MMA fighters and wrestlers. Fujita, the last disciple
there
of
was
Antonio
someone
Inoki.
playing him. There was
Oh,
someone playing
sick!
him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They both Inoki disciples. They've just dodged each other their entire careers, and now they said let's do this. But they have a second match agreed upon. They haven't set anything up yet.
Oh God.
So we will get a second match. I hope that one comes to a finish. Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch. I think it would have been more fun to watch 20 years ago. But
probably when they're 30 years old.
Yes, it would have been incredible to watch 20 years ago. But they really laid it into each other. They were slugging each other.
Yeah.
And they were both great mat wrestlers. So it was fun. But they'll set up another one. I'll probably watch it. It'll probably be on Noah somewhere.
Yeah.
But decent enough match. Then we get into the big three for the night. Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kaito Kiyomiya defeated Naomichi Marufuji and Kanoa. Really good match. Hiroshi Tanahashi, he was looking rough just on the entrance.
Oh boy. I've already seen him wrestle the last 2 days in a row. So
yeah. I mean, this is also before King of Pro Wrestling. Because this was a Friday night. And King of Pro Wrestling was Sunday night over here. But yeah, it was very interesting. There was a lot at play there. Kanoa was the only one that was like not happy that Hiroshi Tanahashi was there.
Yeah.
They had Kenji Muto on the side on commentary, and if you were watching the Japanese version. And Hiroshi Tanahashi did ask him to be at the retirement match, which is very exciting. But yeah, it was a good match. They really are pushing Kaito to be the ace of Noah. I believe he will be the ace of Noah. Naomichi Marufuji and Kanoa are getting up in age. Naomichi's probably getting close to his retirement soon. Kanoa probably got a couple more years on him, but yeah, all signs point to this is more of a thing for Kaito than it was anybody else. Being acknowledged by Hiroshi Tanahashi. So it was a good match. Not too many big notes about it. Kaito thanked Hiroshi Tanahashi after, and I thought they were going to set up another just one-on-one match, but they didn't.
That's what I was going to ask you. Is that it for him and Noah? Is that it for him completely?
I believe that is it for him and Noah. Okay. They kept saying one last time in Noah, but you never know.
Yeah, 2 months. Oh yeah, 2 months.
Yeah, you got 2 months. Something could happen. Who knows? I doubt it because they've only got 2 months.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so there may be some Noah crossover maybe at Wrestle Kingdom 20. I don't know yet. But
That would
they
be
have
something.
hinted at they've hinted at working together again. Was it Wrestle Kingdom 18? They did New Japan versus Noah.
Let me look this up. I don't remember, but you're probably right. Let me look it up. Wrestle
I would
Kingdom.
love for them to do another event like that.
So they said I'm trying to think. That was Sonata and Naito. I'm trying to remember what else was on that show.
I know it was Masa Kitayama and Tomohiro Ishii, because I watched it the other day.
Or what, Wrestle Kingdom?
Yeah.
So the one in 20, are you saying 2024 or 2023?
I think it was 2023.
Oh, okay. Wrestle Kingdom. That's Wrestle Kingdom 17 because it was definitely not an 18 because I looked at one match on the card and I knew the rest of the card. Let me look at 17. 17. Let's see.
Because I think it was Kaito and Okada. I think they had a tag match. I don't remember who else was in it.
Kenji Muto's last match was on this show. I don't know. Okada. Oh, night 2. Here we go. Let's see. Sorry about the delay, guys. So you're saying, night 2, Ishii was in a tag match with Oscar Lube, Masa Kitamiya, and Daiki Inaba. Is that what you're talking about or no?
No, they had a singles match.
Okada tagged with Toby
Wrestle Kingdom 16.
Wrestle Kingdom 16. Thank you. Now I'll look that up.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go through the matches. Let's see. You're saying it was Okada at a tag match? I'm not the greatest with the Wrestle Kingdom stuff. Yuji Nagata, a Great Bash.
Yeah. Okay, it was night 3. Was
night,
the
here we go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Chaos against Taguchi. Suzuki-gun. There's a lot of tag matches. It gets so confusing.
Yeah.
But I think you're right.
Yeah, because it's Okada and Tanahashi versus Kenji
Muto and Kaito Kiyomiya.
Yeah.
That was the main event of night 3. There you go. Sorry for the dead air, guys, but I just want to make sure you're right. So Wrestle Kingdom 16, which was 2022. I'm so much happier that it's just one night of Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, that's 3 nights is crazy.
Especially when third night is all tag matches. Like I remember I used to just watch one night and wait for the Monday show after.
Yeah.
Like, that's good enough for me.
3 nights. Soon we'll have like a week of WrestleMania. So
oh my god. We basically do if you SmackDown, NXT.
Yeah. I mean, they get 5 days in for sure.
SmackDown, Hall of Fame, NXT pay-per-view, WrestleMania's Raw. Back to NXT on 2. There you go.
Yeah, they get their 5 days.
Thanks, Jesse. It was Wrestle Kingdom 16 and 17 was Noah and New Japan. There you go.
I would love to see that again.
We're closing in on 4 years since the last time they did that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if New Japan would do again with Noah's relationship with WWE. I think the Tanahashi, it's interesting, right? Because again, we've talked about relationships before. You have NXT guys on the same show as Tanahashi, Moxley. Thanks for joining us, Moxley. We're going to talk some New Japan. Shout out Mox. Jesse as well. We're going to get to your question, but yeah. So Hiromu was also on the show, Blackhawk.
Yeah.
Let's break down that. Hiromu retains the title. Which I was surprised by that he's sticking around Noah, at least for the time being. He's still doing Super Juniors right now with Gato, but he's still your junior heavyweight title for Noah.
I wasn't shocked at all. I had a feeling
there you go.
This was what we're gonna get. It's nothing against Ida, nothing at all. I think he's incredible. But I think the idea is it also promotes the upcoming new junior tournament.
Yeah, I guess
Because,
you won
you know,
Hiromu for that. Yeah.
yeah, Hiromu is a huge name. And so especially in like junior divisions. Um, so I don't hate the decision.
Okay.
I'm happy that happened. I'm looking forward to the tournament because I feel like Hiromu's gonna make it all the way. I don't think that we're gonna see him lose in the tournament at all.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see who they have next up for him. I believe Junta Miyawaki challenged him
Okay.
post tournament. I don't know. They didn't
I didn't
really
talk
lay
about,
down a
I didn't talk
date.
about it at all on the New Japan shows today and yesterday. So
Yeah.
I do not know.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be at a Noah event.
Okay.
But they didn't really lay down a date. He just laid down a challenge and said,
Yeah.
I want a shot. So we'll see what they do with that. But otherwise, incredible match. Probably second best match of the night.
Yeah, he's on a good run right
And then we get into Kenta and Masa Kitayama. This match I had a lot of hype for, and it did not live up to the hype.
now. Oh boy.
That's
a lot of what
I love.
lately, sadly.
Yeah, I love Masa and Kenta. Just I don't know. You go watch Kenta from like 2010, and it's incredible. And you watch him now, and it's something like it's like a shell of what he used to be.
That was
And it's
15
sad
years.
because I
To be
know
fair
he
to him,
wants
that
to
was
do it.
15 years. To be fair to him, that was
Yeah.
15 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
He's
it's fair.
44 years old.
Yeah. That's completely fair. I agree. And he's been so in and out of the wrestling business that
Very in and out.
it's something's, you know, when you think about like the legends that are older in wrestling, they've been consistently wrestling the entire time. And Kenta's been very in and out of promotions and in and out of doing things. So it takes more wear on your body when you're not doing it as frequently.
Marcus says Kenta's wrestling Hideo Itami. Okay, to be fair, Hideo Itami was not the work. Like in ring, his stuff wasn't bad in WWE. It was just Kenta didn't get booked. First of all, early in NXT, he just kept getting injured. They would bring him back on these returns to be in big storylines, get hurt. Then he was doing cruiserweight 205 live for a while too. Like they just had no idea what to do with him in WWE. But I think they wanted to very early on. Like he got the same treatment as Asuka when Asuka showed up. Like here's the top Japanese free agent, and they changed his name on the Titantron. And I was like, all right, here we go. And then the GTS, he was very over with that move in the company. But boy, I felt bad. He just kept getting injured every time they wanted to give him that big push. But yeah, he goes in and out of companies too. Like he's in New Japan for a couple months, and he goes to Noah, or then he goes to like he just there's no consistency. So I was shocked actually when I saw that he retained the title here, because we were talking about this earlier where you kind of want to see a new crop of young guys, right, for Noah. And they have a New Japan, one of the New Japan top junior guys as their champion. You would think they want like a prime Noah young guy with the title. But it doesn't sound like Blackhawk you're that happy with the match or the result here.
I love Masa, and it's me being a fan of Masa, wanting him to be champion, which is, I mean, it's fair. But I understand why they're having Kenta hold the championship. He's Noah's baby.
Sure.
And with Go Shizaki going to All Japan, who was also one of Noah's babies, Kenta's kind of one of the last left out of the that era where you got a young Marufuji, you got Kenta, you got Mizawa, you got the four pillars of heaven all still in Noah.
Yep.
So it's just like he's one of the last ones that are still like fighting. And so they want to take care of him and want to put him up there. I would have loved Ozawa to still be champion, to be honest with you. I think Ozawa was one of the best champions they've had in a while.
Yeah.
But him being in Team 2000X limits the amount of contenders he can have, because most of Team 2000X is heavyweights.
Sure.
I was doing the math on it earlier today. They're at 21 heavyweights and 20 juniors. So they are, 41 deep and almost split half and half.
Yeah.
So Team 2000X, I think, has 6 members in the heavyweight. That knocks out a quarter of your that's a quarter of your heavyweight division right there.
Oh God, Max, you just like the world to burn. Him and Yoshitatsu 30 minutes in the Tokyo Dome. I mean, what is this? You want to watch the world burn for all these Japanese companies? I mean, we're here to talk about positivity, aren't we, Blackhawk?
Yes. Now, I will say I like Team 2000X better than I like House of Torture.
Okay, there we go.
Because not every match has shenanigans.
There we go.
When it comes to
wish that was
2000X. This one did, and it allowed for I can't think of his name. I've got it in my head. Yoshiki Inamura. Yoshiki Inamura made his return.
There we go. Yeah.
And he saved Kenta. Kenta would pick up the win, and then Yoshiki Inamura would challenge Kenta. And we will also see that the first night of the junior tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So that's big. Yep.
So we got the tournament wrestling. That's why I love Japanese wrestling. We're setting up for this tournament. Yep. I want to bring up some Moxley's points. Yes, House of Torture does have their own pay-per-view. It is November 19th at Corkin Hall. It's called Purge Night of Torture. You have a pay-per-view. And if you want to pay $20 for it on New Japan World, I hope you and like the 5 people enjoy that show a lot, because I don't know who is watching. First of all, I'm not going to pay money to watch the House of Torture pay-per-view. I'm just not.
Is it just House of Torture?
Yeah, the only matches on the show are people involved in House of Torture. If you can believe it. And Evil is in the main event. I mean, and this is Corkin Hall.
Corkin is just House of Torture is so big they can have their own show.
Sold out? Yeah, sold out. Yeah. I mean, Desperado, should I get in my head? Yes. Probably. And now for Super Juniors, they're in 2 matches a night, and it's chair shot. It's the whiskey. The tag team's called Whiskey Dick, for God's sake. Like I don't want to watch Whiskey Dick win the best super. They're not going to, but I just main event Evil. Yeah, main event Evil, of course. Shocker.
Of course. Yeah.
Just what everyone wants. Let's get into the big news that we want to talk about too, Blackhawk. Jesse wanted to talk about it. We're here to talk about it. Hiroshi Tanahashi. The big rumor is, who is he going to wrestle in his final match at the Tokyo Dome, January 4th at 2026 at the Tokyo Dome for Wrestle Kingdom 20. Now, this week, some big reports from PW Insider and Fightful Select. So PW Insider, we want to give accurate credit to the people who deserve the credit. PW Insider did talk about, PW Insider broke down the idea that Tanahashi wants to wrestle Nakamura to retire him. And reports were there was communication between companies. Now, obviously nothing was confirmed because it's a very complex situation. Because again, it's not just WWE, AEW, New Japan. The more, let's just say the bigger fight contention between the companies is CMLL and AAA, because New Japan has a very close relationship with CMLL, as is AEW, but New Japan has a lot of CMLL people wrestle on their shows. They have a tight relationship. CMLL and AAA are the most heated competitors maybe in pro wrestling. I think that is where we're going to get maybe some difference. People are saying, would Tony Khan allow it? I do think it's a pipe dream. Like Fightful Select did break down that it's basically a pipe dream at this point, and it's not very likely it would happen. I think if I was Tanahashi, if it's not Nakamura, I maybe would ask AEW, would Omega be available? Would Okada want to do it? Because the reports have been that it doesn't look like Okada Takeshita is a Tokyo Dome match. It doesn't seem like that's going to happen at the Tokyo Dome. It's a very much an AEW built match, and I don't think AEW would pay other people for the match that they have created on their own TV. So I think Takeshita will have a different match at Wrestle Kingdom as of now. So I think it opens the doors for Okada or Omega to possibly be the one to retire Tanahashi. Now, usually when these guys have the retirement matches, they're usually losing to someone who needs a win like that. A young guy who then has it on their resume. But based on him wanting to do Nakamura, I just think he wants to do it against someone he has history against. If WWE doesn't let them do the match, PR. It's a very complex situation. It's not just WWE, AEW, and New Japan. I think that's what everyone's missing here. There are so many relationships in between those companies. And sure, AEW and New Japan do have such a close, tight-knit relationship. That's a factor. It's a fascinating situation. I think Tony Khan maybe would let it happen because it's Tanahashi and guys, one of the most respected guys in the business. I just think there's so many other complex things. Blackhawk, when you've been hearing all of the reports and news this week, what have your thoughts been on it?
I choose to have hope that we will see Nakamura at Wrestle Kingdom.
I agree.
I think it's completely possible if the cards are played right. Like you mentioned, the AAA and CMLL. I think at some point you could kind of put that aside and say, hey, neither of our guys are involved in this match at all.
Sure.
Like, why? There's no need for them to be fighting over this spot, especially since AAA is owned by WWE now. I could understand it if WWE was partnered with them. Yeah, I also can see that. I feel like it would be a little bit harder though if AAA was still, on its own, and WWE was just friendly, kind of like AEW and CMLL are. But Tony Khan, I don't think he would have a problem with it at all.
Yeah.
Tony Khan, the famous tape trader,
wow.
Form demon. I don't think he would have a problem at all with trying.
I don't think he would if Tanahashi came down to him.
Yeah. If Tanahashi asked, he would say yes. I think with the way they have kind of spelled out his contract, I think that it's possible because his contract says he can do dates in Japan.
That was the big.
It doesn't list who he can do dates in Japan for.
Yep.
And so I honestly think this is very possible. If the cards are played right,
Tanahashi Nakamura happens. We think TK and the AEW fans will post a JY F-bomb meme. It's a really complex thing. I think it's the truth.
Yeah.
And I think New Japan is in a different spot. Maybe if New Japan was if there was no AEW and New Japan was in 2018, 17, when they had all the top guys, non-WWE, as this is someone coming from New Japan, they are so reliant on these relationships now because they need guys from AEW willing to still come to Japan. They still want all these relationships because, and again, I don't like to be this guy. They don't have enough crop of talent at the moment to carry all these shows by themselves. Nor does any company. That's why WWE's working with TNA and Noah and AAA, and that's why AEW works with CMLL and New Japan on a consistent basis. And it's also beneficial for all these companies as well. Nakamura, as you said, has the thing on his contract. He's allowed to work Japanese dates. I would think the safer option is Okada or Omega, which I still think is I think Okada in particular would be a satisfying guy to end your career wrestling.
I think also going back to Tanahashi doing a bunch of stuff with Noah wrestlers.
Yeah.
There is that bridge there.
Yes.
Maybe it's not Wrestle Kingdom, but I believe you could do, a Hiroshi Tanahashi and Shinsuke Nakamura match on a Noah show. they have Noah New Year, a week before Wrestle Kingdom. It could be possible that happens. I don't think so, but there's a bridge. There's tiny bridges everywhere.
There are.
And it's just you've got to figure out which one to cross at the right time.
I'm not trying to be a jerk at all to Noah. I don't think Tana and Nakamura that's too big to do on a Noah show.
I mean, fair. I do think it's in the Tokyo Dome this year, though.
Is it?
Yeah, I think their New Year show is in the Tokyo Dome every year. Because that's like their show is the New Year show.
Yeah, because now there's no more Wrestle Dynasty this year for New Japan AEW. Yeah. So it's just one night of Wrestle. Look it up to make sure that it's happening before.
Let's see. This one was last year's.
We would sell a lot of tickets for Noah, but to be fair, Tanahashi is the president for New Japan.
Yeah.
Not trying to be a jerk. I think he still kind of has to be selfish. And like, if we're doing this match, it needs to be on my company and helping our company out more than because from a business perspective, why would Tanahashi wrestle in Noah against Nakamura? Do you know, like just to do the match?
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about here, and I'm not trying to be a jerk at all. I'm just trying to point out the business side of pro wrestling because he is the guy partly running New Japan at this point. He's the president of the company. So
yeah, I get it. It makes sense.
It's interesting. I think
it's a very interesting topic.
It's interesting that WWE is bringing Nakamura back because he's now been back for 2 weeks now out of the blue. I don't know what they're heating him up for. He's wrestling with Ray Phoenix. I can't believe Ray Phoenix still can't wrestle with Penta. He's wrestling with Nakamura now. His tag team partner. Here's the truth. I would love it as a New Japan purist fan. I grew up watching Nakamura Tanahashi matches in New Japan. It was, Nakamura is one of the 3 or 4 top New Japan guys I've ever seen in the ring in New Japan. Just incredible performer there. Has a really good run in NXT. We probably haven't seen top tier Nakamura since like 2017 at this point. And I hate to be that guy, but
I agree.
It's the way he's been booked. To be fair, not him.
Yeah.
Especially in a time
the way he's been booked has been horrible. And I can understand why he hasn't just like locked in and like done anything crazy because like what's the point? He's gonna wrestle 1 week and then not be seen for another 3 months.
And it's really cool now in WWE because now you're seeing a lot of Japanese wrestlers not being required to speak English to get over. Like Asuka and Kairi Raw cut a full Japanese promo. Yeah, there were subtitles, but they're been more cool with just letting these people speak in their own language of subtitles and people explaining. So I really hope Nakamura.
I do want to make a correction, so we're not putting out misinformation. It's not at the Tokyo Dome. It's at Nippon Budokan.
Yeah, they're not doing that match, I think, for Noah. I think
no.
It's going to be fascinating. I think it's been really weird, I have to be honest, that we're basically, when we come on to this big New Japan show next Sunday, we'll preview it next week, that there's still like one match for the Tokyo Dome. We're not seeing many big storylines. Tanahashi's wrestling Tsuji next week. He's not going to beat Tsuji for the global title.
Yeah.
Hopefully after that match, someone comes out or there's like a video.
Something, yeah.
You got to feel the momentum for this is a big Tokyo Dome show, 20 years.
Yeah.
It's I guess they're maybe not doing it because it's the fastest. Like they already have 30,000 tickets sold already.
Yeah.
Tokyo Dome. It would maybe get more tickets there if you announce more momentum in the matches. Like we don't know who Takeshita's wrestling. We don't know who Tsuji would be wrestling. The only match we have is Evil and Aaron Wolf at this point for the Tokyo Dome.
This was crazy. Evil and Aaron Wolf is the only match, and we know this is the last time we're going to see Hiroshi Tanahashi wrestle. And it's sold 30,000 tickets.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And I think they know it's a big deal. I think Tana knows it's a big deal. He wants it's a big deal in Japan, the retirement matches. Liger had a very big one when he did. Tiger Mask is going to retire in June. I'm sure he'll have a big one in June as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a big topic.
Do you think they'll move Tiger Mask to somebody else? Do you think he'll just pass down the mantle?
It's a great question. I think it'll be,
I think it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because like Tiger Mask, that's what is it, number 4 or 5?
God, it might be. I would have to look it up. Let me look it up.
But
Yeah, he's still wrestling Best of Super Junior tag right now.
Yeah.
So they said it's his last tournament of wrestling. This tournament.
Okay.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of Tiger masks, but he's been wrestling since a long time now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, he was like a top 40 wrestler for PWI in 2003. So it is 2025. Just want to let that know for people. But let's also move on. We want to talk about all 4 topics equally here. We also, let me just make sure I have all of our topics set in stone. We had a kind of an interesting announcement this week. CMLL and Stardom made an announcement together, like a very corporate announcement, that they are making an alliance. It's an official alliance between CMLL and Stardom. Taro Okada, Salvador Lutheroff made the announcement, interchanging talent with hopes of continuing to elevate programming in both companies. What are when I sent you that, what was your instant reaction to this?
Honestly, I was shocked that this wasn't already happening.
Sure.
And maybe it had just been the AEW connection that got them working together.
Yeah, probably.
Beforehand, but I just didn't know they didn't have an official partnership. But I think this is good. It seems to be the 2 big American companies are forming bubbles around themselves. And they're taking very similar promotions in. WWE has a partnership with Marigold. The only thing we've ever seen out of it is Io Sky in Japan. Twice.
Like a one time a year thing.
Basically. Yeah, one time a year. Well, not even one time a year. Was it last year that she did that?
I thought it was last year. I cannot remember.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
I agree with you, by the way. I just want to say, I thought this was kind of happening already, but I guess they're officially calling it an alliance. So there's going to be constant people going back and forth. I think it's great. Like CMLL has the most underrated women's division in the world right now. I wanted to Jesse talk about Mercedes Moné. People have been very weird with the 12,000 thing. Like, I don't think people realize that people are paying like 25,000, 30,000 appearance for her to be on the shows. Like these companies are wanting to do it. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
These any companies with her on American national television with their belts? Yes.
It's never an oopsie when it happens.
She's also flying across the globe in like all these different places. So I can't believe, and I'm not trying to be biased. I'm such a big fan of hers, but there are some just weird people on social media like, oh, she's just this is so rigged or whatever. And I'm like, first of all, it's pro wrestling, people. This is not, we love pro wrestling, but we don't get confused with reality half the time. And guess what? These companies rightfully would want her winning the titles. And guess what? If she's going to put in the work to fly everywhere and to win the titles, defend the titles, I think it's actually a cool thing. So, but she just had a main event in CMLL against Persephone. If I'm not mistaken. Is that right? I think she just had the match with Persephone, who I love, by the way. Really good match. So I think CMLL and Stardom makes a lot of sense. And because it's already like Stardom always had American people wrestle there too. Like Jamie Hayter was a Stardom wrestler before she went to AEW. Mariah May, Blake Monroe was a huge star in Stardom. Tekla was a very big star in Stardom. So they're not familiar with having foreigners. So it's weird that we're making a technical alliance here. But I think it's exciting. Again, I like Japanese and Mexican culture. It's always worked well together. For some reason, that has clicked more than any type of wrestling. So I am all cool with it. Let's move on to our final topic, Blackhawk, previewing the big match this weekend, which is Io Sky, Mayu Iwatani for Marigold at Grand Destiny. The show will be available on Wrestle Universe on the video on demand.
Yes. I do believe you have to pay for it. I think it's 4,000 yen.
Which is what?
I was looking at that correct. 4,000 yen.
Let's do the comparison.
I don't know.
We're breaking down currencies on the air, people. That's what we're doing. It is Tour of Japan. It does make, I can't believe we haven't done this yet. is breaking down currencies, but we're going to tell you how much it is to watch the show live.
$26.18.
Oh my God, really? That's even more expensive than TNA half the time. Holy crap.
But they only do these once or twice a year. I think this is like...
It's free, though, on Wrestle Universe, right, when it comes on demand?
No. I mean, it'll be... I think they have this one until November... Was this? I saw it say something in here. November 9th, I believe, is when they will do it live, because they'll restream it live once it's off pay-per-view.
Gotcha.
But if you do buy it, you get 3 smartphone wallpapers. So Wrestle Universe loves to give out smartphone wallpapers, which I think is hilarious, and I have like 30 of them. So,
oh my God. Your whole phone is like full of stuff for them.
Yeah, they just like send you they'll like send you, if you subscribe for a long time, they'll just keep sending you like signed pictures as iPhone backgrounds or whatever. So it's very, very funny.
Very, very funny. I am the Stardom cast folks in an interview with Rossi and explain why he left Stardom, we think. He's a very interesting. Here's Timothy saying, "Hey, does Noah and Marigold have a partnership?"
Yes,
it's very similar to Stardom and New Japan, where they have a relationship, but again, Noah and New Japan are men's companies only, and Marigold and Stardom are women's companies. So there's relationships, and there's times where they'll have like a women's match on a men's all show. Like they'll have we just talked about it last week, King of Pro Wrestling. There was an IWGP women's title match on that show, which is a Stardom title, basically. A Stardom feud on a New Japan show. I think it's very similar with Noah and Marigold, if I'm not mistaken.
In reality, it's everything under the Wrestle Universe banner.
Yeah.
Pretty much has a, very handshake partnership. Because we get a lot of Marigold crossover with Marvelous, with Sendai, and then like there's the Friday Night Gotcha. It's done by Sendai. You've got a lot of different wrestlers from a lot of different places on that. Magic Monday, done by Wrestle Universe through Noah. You get a lot of different people on that one. So there's a lot of crossover when it comes to just the Wrestle Universe promotions. And so you'll see a lot of people here and there on different shows.
Yeah, I was also say Amber, thanks for reposting the stream. Love Amber.
Shout out Amber.
She's great. So love, also great question, Timothy. I think people sometimes take for granted the partner. It's so funny. Every company was in their own bubble like 5 years ago, and now everyone's like kind of related to each other now. It's like who's with who, which again, do you think Triple H will be the guy will replace The Rock right hand? No. Do you think Triple H will be replaced by The Rock? No. The Rock. The Rock will never be involved behind the scenes. It's like running the show, like running creative. And so many people, it's so funny. Like whenever someone doesn't like the booker, everyone's like, "Who's the next guy?" Like this is Triple H's job until it's not. Like to be fair to him, he is the one. Even though it helped. Vince McMahon was not booking the show anymore. He got WWE to its biggest boom period ever.
True.
2 years ago. I would say 2023 and halfway through 2024, it was a major boom period for the company. And that was all under his booking. And look now, they're still selling out shows. Jake Lee for House of Torture. No. I mean, Jake Lee's I haven't seen Jake Lee in a long time, to be fair.
He's currently injured. Because I looked at this last episode because I was wondering, I thought he was in House of Torture at one point. But he's just out indefinitely with an injury. No idea when he's coming back.
I remember him in Bullet Club. I don't remember what happened with him.
Yeah.
Now I watch it every week, so I can't remember the last time.
I think it was definitely before the House of Torture break from Bullet Club. But I think he was in Bullet Club on the kind of House of Torture side of things.
Yeah. But sorry, to go back to Jesse's point, The Rock will never be a full, like, he would have to give up Hollywood to become the full-time creative. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, Hunter goes to all the shows. If he's not on Raw and SmackDown, he's in Stanford putting together the shows with all of the team. Like, it's not like it's a 24/7 job. Like, even if you watch Unreal, which again, does glorify some things. His job is driving away, planes, meetings, being in Stanford, meetings. Like The Rock could not act anymore.
Yeah.
And like I'm sure, does The Rock have opinions on things? Sure, but look what just happened. He had a huge falling out clearly with the company because that whole storyline got kiboshed in a matter of days with him and John Cena. So it's gonna be fascinating, like when The Rock would even show up again. Like, how bad was this break? Was there a breakup with the company? Like, I don't know.
I believe he's still on the TKO board.
He's still on the TKO board, but I mean, like his relationship with Hunter affecting booking. They think Cena retirement failed because of him, and the heel turn. I'll say the Cena heel turn would have helped if the Rock storyline that like progressed, yes. But the booking his promos were not good as a heel anyway when the turn happened. So they took a big swing in the moment. It was a really great moment, and they'll always have the moment at Elimination Chamber forever. You know, I think they will. It'll still be an all-time moment. But it's going to be hard when you watch that to be like, they really dropped the ball, the follow-up to that. Because there was no follow-up.
Yeah. They dropped the ball almost immediately with that one.
Yeah. They had Travis Scott at WrestleMania. Then he was out of the picture very quickly. The Cena run has been good recently, but people, I think, are going too crazy. Like, I love AJ Styles. Trust me. I'm sadder more than anyone that he's retiring next year. That match did not make me feel like I'm going to, like, him and Cena, I thought was fun for the people it was for. There were some really good callbacks. That match was like, literally, I thought I was playing WWE 2K and I had a spam finisher, a steal-off finisher button every 2 seconds. If people like that, I respect it. I'm an AJ Styles fan more than anyone because he's one of the first people I ever seen wrestle in a ring, so I'm very sad about next year. And I hope he deservedly gets a big retirement because I think he said that was his last time wrestling in Japan for some reason. I thought he said that over this tour. I could be wrong. I hope it's not.
I think I can't remember when he said he was retiring.
It was
but I don't think
year.
I don't know if they have another Japan tour
before he retires.
At the moment. Yeah.
I don't know, but it was cool to see WWE in Japan this past week. A lot of the video was a lot of fun. You can tell guys like AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, EO, those people do miss Japan. Like, it is amazing. Like, that's why we have a podcast like this. It is just so special to so many people wrestling in Japan. Like, if you're not wrestling in America, people just want to wrestle in Japan. Yes, Mexico is a great wrestling hub.
Yes.
The UK is becoming a really good wrestling hub. Australia is growing very quickly as well. Were they in Ryogoku? What are you talking about, Moxley? Which company are you talking about for Ryogoku?
I think he's talking about WWE.
Were they in Ryogoku? That would be a big deal if they were. WWE. Why, Moxie? Can I ask you, why do you say WWF? Do you think this is like 2000 or something, like 1990s or something? WWF. The world. They always say Sumo Hall. Is that what they really always say? Because these are like named places.
No, they were at Ryogoku.
That's one of the bigger ones that New Japan goes to. So, which makes sense. Instead of really like, they're not gonna do like the Tokyo Dome, but they'll do like those type of places. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's also a live event. Why are they do? You know.
They did. They did 2 shows at Ryogoku. That's
a good arena, a good venue.
Yeah.
I exclusively call them WWF because they piss me off. They're probably going to piss me off tonight with whatever SmackDown is. They didn't last week. I was actually surprised. Ilya Dragunov, the booking of that, thumbs up from me, brother. Like, it was good, great match and a really good swerve of Ilya winning the title. Like, I was not expecting him to beat Sammy because it was funny. We were promoting the show last week, Blackhawk. We were like, we know who's going to return, and we know he's going to wrestle Sammy, but I don't think we were thinking Ilya looked good. We've seen so many people in AEW and WWE come back from injuries and look horrendous in the ring. Did not look like that guy missed a year and a half of wrestling. So,
no, I think he's been down at the PC just putting in work. From what I understand, he's been down at the PC for a couple months, getting that together. So
he's great, and he's also doing another open challenge. He's doing his first open challenge tonight. So that's the thing I'm most excited for.
Super happy about that.
Raw,
I love an open challenge. Yeah.
If you saw my highs and lows, I was very pissed with the ending of Raw. And the ending of Raw, and that why are the MFTs fighting the Wyatts? Yeah, I'll do a little rant. I'll give a little rant. I think I talked about this last week with you. You can just tell, right? The people who watched New Japan and the people who don't, because the people who are reacting to Tama Tonga and everyone wearing the face paint and be like, oh my God, they did that in Japan. This is so cool. Those are the people who did not watch New Japan. Okay. Those are the people, just letting you know, did not watch New Japan, because was it cool in New Japan? Sure. It had a meaning when Tama did the face paint. They're just all doing the face paint for the face paint purposes for those people to be like, oh my God, something I never watched, but looks cool from a company, like whatever. Like, it is not working. Why are the NFTs fighting the Wyatts? I have no ideas. The SmackDown. Yes. I popped too. And when Tama had the face paint, and then I realized they haven't explained why they're doing the face paint other than for people to be like, oh my God, they did that in a different company. Same gimmick. I was like, dude, that shouldn't be the point of putting face paint on these guys. The rest of them look, dude. Jeff Cobb with the face paint was a sight I never thought I would see. I gotta be honest.
It looks so bad in every picture. I haven't seen a single one where he looks good with the face paint.
But again, Tama Loa didn't have face paint. It was always just Tama who had the face paint. And he would only bring it out for like specific purposes. Jeff Cobb, please come out of retirement. Dude, when he got "You Can't Wrestle" chance on SmackDown a month ago, I could not believe what I was watching. I got like, you just really tell people to only watch one company. I got to be honest. Like, when you see those chants, you're like, these people are in such a wrestling bubble. Because again, that's why I love Bias. That's why I love talking to Blackhawk, because you turn the show off when they started doing that. I wanted to. Trust me. I have to cover the show. So Braun Breaker's a freak. So is Bronson Reed for the way they destroyed Seth. I wish Braun Breaker was in that battle royal, won the battle royal, and beat Punk. But
I saw that and I was like, why aren't they in the battle royale?
They weren't even in the match because you can't pivot. It was the perfect pivot. Braun is the now. They have massacred Hikuleo. Hikuleo was also never great in New Japan. Like, he was good in New Japan, but he was never like, I don't know. He was always fine. He was better in GOD than he was in Bullet Club, but I think they massacred Jeff Cobb. That's a massacre.
Yeah, they massacred Jeff Cobb.
So he hit Tour of the Islands last week. Sick move. Always gets a whoa out of me. The crowd's dead when he hits Tour of the Islands. That's one of the sickest moves in wrestling, and because just of the strength and the movement is so unique. I love that we've just come. Now we're talking about WWE, but it is tie into New Japan. Or Japan, because we're talking about Solo Sikoa's version of New Japan people, because it's Tama Tonga.
Solo Sikoa's version of the Gorillas of Destiny.
I'm not even going to talk about him. I'm never going to say his name's JC Mateo. I can't do it. Mind you, this is the man that beat Damian Priest in 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'll tell you what, that's what got me onto Damian Priest, by the way. I watched Jeff Cobb versus Punishment Martinez, Ring of Honor, I want to say 2017 or 2018. Really good match. Like, who is this Punishment Martinez? Then he got signed, I think, off that match, if I'm not mistaken. Like, he was good in Ring of Honor, but Punishment never was great in Ring of Honor. Then he had that match of Cobb. Was like, all right, this is MFTs is Samoan Bullet Club. I mean, that's like disrespectful to Bullet Club. I mean, what are we doing? Martinez is your guy. Punishment Martinez was really solid in Ring of Honor. I just didn't think he had like the star power. But then you had those meat match with Jeff Cobb. I was like, holy crap, this guy can really go in the ring. MFTs wish they were in the realm. I mean, I don't even know what to. The fact that this is probably going to be the men's War Games match, by the way, is MFTs against Wyatts. I don't want to work myself into being mad. I have to watch the show after I get off with you, Blackhawks. So.
We might want to let that one slide for right now.
Right now. But
he's going to be doing his highs and lows, and it's going to be 50 lows.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be a lot of lows. I used to do like 3 highs and lows. So I break down 3 basically segments. SmackDown, it's always tough to get me one high on SmackDown. But I just want to say I'll be sailing the 7 seas on that one. I also agree with you, Moxley. I just want to say awesome back and forth with you guys. This is why this podcast is awesome, because we have people like Moxley and Jesse. We had Timothy earlier. We had Randy earlier. We've had so many people talking to us. It's really awesome. And it means a lot to both Blackhawk and myself that we can have this great back and forth, and we're not talking to a void. We have similar viewership to last week, which is really awesome. Just want to say that the fact that there's 600 people again watching Blackhawk and myself talk about Japanese pro wrestling is just a really cool thing. So I just want to appreciate everyone. Busy show. Next week, we'll probably recap what happened in Marigold, who won Io versus Mayu. We'll break down that match. We'll break down New Japan, because Super Juniors will be over by then. And we'll preview New Japan's big show, which is November 2nd, which will be the Hiroshi Tanahashi's final homecoming, which will be on next Sunday. So next Friday, we'll preview that show. Tons of other topics. We'll break down some tournaments, some predictions for the Noah tournament, all of these things.
Yep.
And as you can tell on this show, we had a lot of news topics. We might have another busy news topic week. Who knows? But Tour of Japan will be back next Friday. Actually, it's going to be on Halloween night, Blackhawk. October 31st is next Friday. So maybe a spooky edition of Tour of Japan.
Might have to wear one of my masks.
Yeah, I don't know where my Fiend mask is. If I have it, I'll wear it, but I don't know if I have it here or not. But I
have two what's his name? Very nice, very evil. Danhausen. I have two Danhausen masks and
House of Tour of Japan. No. If that's what you think our show is, good for you, man. I wish I wanted to. I don't want to be in that world, but if you're in that world, Moxley, I salute you, because the last thing I need our show to be called is House of Tour of Japan. For God's sake.
I'm gonna come next week dressed like evil.
Oh my! Moxley would really pop. Moxley, if you're still in the chat, would you pop for that? If Blackhawk comes out, maybe he has a guitar and Sonata's like blinking jacket and glasses. Would that pop you, Moxley? If that's what Blackhawk does next week, I'll dress as Ren Narita. Really, Moxley, you would pop for that. I know you would pop for that. I knew you would pop for Blackhawk being in a full Sonata cosplay. I knew you would. Oh my God, Moxley is the biggest House of Tour. Him and do you book the show? Are you and Gato like friends at all? Moxley,
They've got to be at this point.
Well, I can give tips to Gato if you want me to help at all. I'm here. Blackhawk, where can people find you on socials?
You find me at Blackhawk Walker on just about every single social media website there is. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all of them.
Tell people what you do for Body Slam as well, by the way.
Oh, I also make the podcast clips. So I will be making some of these, I think, to post tomorrow. So be on the lookout for those at bodyslam.net on all Body Slam Net socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all those.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter at Dinnenberg. Blackhawk dresses evil would pop anybody. Probably, Boxley. Probably would. You can find me at Dinnenberg Max on Twitter, Max Dinnenberg on Instagram. I do for bodyslam.net highs and lows, basically 5 or 6 days a week. It goes on Body Slam's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I break down Raw, SmackDown, NXT, Dynamite, Collision. So I'm basically on the air 5 or 6 days a week. Plus, I do all of the post shows for WWE, AEW. This past last Saturday, I was by myself doing the AEW review. 1,000 people were watching me talk about wrestling. So that was kind of a dream come true. 1,000 people were interested in my thoughts on AEW. I broke down Wrestle Dream. Tomorrow, I am back with another post show because it is NXT Halloween Havoc tomorrow night. So
Are they doing it on Saturday now?
What is NXT Halloween Havoc?
I thought that was a weekday event.
Halloween Havoc? No, it's a pay-per-view tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like...
It used to be a TV episode, but now it is not. It is a full-on premium live event. 7 o'clock tomorrow on Peacock. Trick Williams, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Dr. Wagner. We have, what else is on the show tomorrow? JC Jane and Tatum Paxley. We have Dark State against the Hardy Boys, Broken Hardys tomorrow because they went into the River of Reincarnation or whatever. So whatever gets Dark State on the card, I guess we're going to do on this show. And I'll be breaking down, as you can tell, my excitement, but I'll be breaking down NXT Halloween. Let's go Tatum. I'm interested if they do a big swerve and have Tatum win the title. I don't think they will, but I think it'd be an interesting. I think Tatum and Izzy Dame is a non-title feud, not a main title feud. But, we'll see, Moxley. Join me tomorrow because it could be me. I could be joined by Corey as well. We're trying to figure out if he'll join or not. But at least for now, I'll be here breaking down NXT Halloween Havoc. I'll be probably breaking down Full Gear with Blackhawk. I'll be breaking down Survivor Series War Games with Rami. So tons of videos and live streams. And also on bodyslam.net. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please subscribe to our Patreon. It's the thing we want you to do the most. Subscribe to Bodyslam's Patreon. Corey Hayes breaks all the best pro wrestling news exclusively to Bodyslam. Now we're being aggregated by so many people, which is a great feeling. So if you want to know pro wrestling news right on your phone before anyone else knows, subscribe to Bodyslam on Patreon. We had breaking news of Ilya Dragunov's return last week before anybody knew. I am your lovely comments co-host. You can find. Oh, there we go. I love that every time we promote ourselves, that Moxley always wants to say that he's a co-host on our show. I really appreciate it. But please subscribe to our Patreon. Corey broke down the Ilya Dragunov news before anyone else had that last week. He also broke the news of all those releases 2 weeks ago from WWE. He breaks news stories every week, so please subscribe to our Patreon. Once again, Tour of Japan is on every Friday from 7 to 8. You basically work here. I mean, you might at this point, Moxley, but 4.
Moxley, we need to get you on the show.
Yeah.
I think we should have a full debate on House of Torture versus no House of Torture, just between you and Max.
I'll say this: if a House of Torture member becomes the IWGP World Champion, I will have you on the show to celebrate. Shake hands, Mox. Mox, can we shake on that? Because I don't believe it's going to happen. If Evil is like the world champion, you can be on the show. You shook hands.
He shook. That's right. Good.
Breaking news. If for some godly reason House of Torture is running the show, you will be on our show to talk about it. We have that in stone on October 24th, 2025. So hopefully this never happens. No offense, Mox. I hope you're never on this podcast because of that. But let me get Gato on the phone. See, you are friends with Gato. You don't have to tell me. You're getting Gato on the phone. All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We'll be back on Halloween night at 7 o'clock with another episode of Tour of Japan.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, no.